Hey guys, Fran here from Officially Fran, and it's time for, wait a minute, I'm sitting here watching IAG. Let me stop him. Get to my video. Hey guys, Fran here from Officially Fran, and it is time for me to do a June update, even though it is July 11th. So let's go get that done. Hey, you can do anything that you put your mind to. And it's so nice that all that rain is gone. We're gonna start right out here in the front yard, y'all. Now, unfortunately, I really don't remember the stuff from last month. So I'm gonna have to look at my own video, but I'm gonna try to make this as quick as I can and not edit and just get it out, because I end up with nothing but footage trying to get these videos edited, and I'm trying to do better. So we're gonna start with this. I don't remember last month if the sign was up or finished, but the sign is up. And yes, I am still missing the end, so it's actually still not finished. But I did add some nice spotlights, so at night, this area looks so pretty. I'm gonna try to find a picture of that to add to the video. I also was able to get the farm stand all painted. It now matches the house, and everything is looking wonderful. But there are no items in the farm stand yet. Look at my hydrangea bushes. They're starting to open up finally. Now, one of the things that I know I said I was going to do last month was finish this side of the privacy fence to the driveway. That was done. I did get that done. I think I did that on July 1st though, so technically I didn't get it in June, but who cares? So now the next thing that I have to do is get the gate area done. And I don't know when that's gonna happen. Move, Leo. I would like to get it done before the end of the month, but you know how things go. I need to go get that in and get it on that sign. But I really don't feel like driving over to Hobby Lobby. That's the problem. So let's go over here to the garden and see the updates over there. I did a test on these areas that flood in the yard when it rains on these vertical drains. Let me flip you around. Now, I never went back and filled in the vertical drains with the rocks, but they did actually make the water go away faster. So it hasn't been flooding in this area like it used to, and we've just had a day and a half of the residual rain from Texas. Leo is waiting on me to open in my garden. Oh, let me step back. That's another thing that did get finished, the garden gate. Oh, these moles are so bad in this grass. The garden gate did get finished, so now Leo can run over there whenever he wants. So whenever I walk up to the gate, he is just waiting on me to open it. I don't know why he wants to go in here. Go on. Just because. No real reason. As you can see, the front garden area is a disappointment. With so much that we've been doing around the rest of the yard, getting over here to this garden has just been tippy-toed. But I do have some things growing. A lot of the other starts that I had, I took them back to the back garden. So here you can see we have some struggling cucumbers, and that is some loofah and some struggling asparagus. We also have peanuts. This is all peanuts, and that's tomatoes over in there. Actually, I think that's a tomato. The other stuff, it just is what it is. I did get this area cleaned up because it was a mess. All the trees and branches and stuff that were down. Now, I just did all of this to get my camera ready, find my microphone, and now the doggone battery is low. So I'm not sure how much of this we're gonna get, but we're gonna keep going until it stops. Now, over here in the chicken area, we did get a lot of stuff cleaned up over here, as well as we put we put in the beginning layer of fencing for our goats that we are expecting. We are still waiting on our goats, but we did get this first set of fencing put in. We also painted this little ugly shed and got this shed painted, and then put some paint on the chicken coop. So everything back here is black. Now this was not a part of my planned list, but it came up. So I was on Facebook, and there was an ad for free items from the PGA we had here in Michigan, in Detroit. Rocket Mortgage was giving away some of the items that it used, and this black screening is one of the items. They had screening, wood, carpet, indoor and outdoor carpet, I believe, but the screening is what I was interested in. And so I went and picked up loads of this screening. Now, I wasn't sure what I was going to use the screening for. I thought I would use it in my garden. I thought I would use it for landscape covering, stuff like that. And then I took a look at our barn, which is not done. All we have is a roof, so basically it's a big gazebo. And I thought those pieces look big enough for me to put up on the barn. And so I started putting it up, and I made it all the way down that side. I still have more. I just got interrupted by the weather. And so now our barn is basically fake closed in. I like the screen because it allows air to get through. It is blocking some of the rain. These pieces are, I don't know, what's this, 10 to 12 feet? And I have more to get up there, but it's free and it's doing its job. You can actually still see through it, just barely. So, and I have enough to double it if I need to, but I think that this is just perfect. I can leave it alone just like it is. I'm fine with that. Shut up, Mr. Rooster. Now, what else were we doing back here? We got this area all cleaned out so that we can expand the area where the goats are going to go. We're going to begin with them right here, as long as we had a spot for them to go in. And then once we get them, or until they come, we're going to keep working to make our way so that we can have this whole area here for our animals. We also came over here on the back side of the coop to put kind of like this temporary fence where we're stopping right here. And that way, when we open the back up over here, all we have to do is remove this post, or we can leave that and put another gate so that we can open and close and kind of segregate when we want to. We also made it on the other side of the fence, which is our property, but it's actually in our neighbor's yard, and put up some fencing here right until I ran out right here. So just find a little piece, oops, to put in that spot. But we were able to get this stuff all cleaned up over here. This was a mess. The previous owners just had a pile of stuff over here. We also made it to paint this side, and I'm talking. We painted this side and the back side of the barn, which faces my neighbor's house, so he no longer has to look at a green rusted glob. I actually went over and, you know, worked on the back before working on the front, because I figured if I was gonna paint, let's take care of the part that he has to look at first. This is what our barn looks like without the covering on it. Yep, it's a hot mess. And with the covering, it kind of hides it, as well as keeps all of the water out of there. Now back here, in the back part of the yard, we did a lot of cleaning up. We actually moved this old goat shed, or whatever kind of animal shed, up here. The previous owners left that. We never threw it away, and decided to pull it on back up, and we'll fix it and put another area right here, another cover or shelter for the goats. And the other shed is basically their main spot. But Leo comes back here and he sits in it, so I don't know. He gonna think it's his. I also started to move bunches of the piles of wood and stuff that I had thrown all over the yard back there. Told you I wanted to get it stored over here. So we took a lot of that stuff and started storing it over there, which is gonna be perfect because it was just taking up good real estate back here. We have a couple of tents set up, and these are just our regular tents for friends or family if they want to come over and hang out. We come back here and hang out in those. I also was able to get the other dog. We have 2 of these dog waterers, and I'll be building these for our goats. We have the one back here in the yard, and we have the one in the front, so that they can get water. Every now and then I come and get the bugs out. This water is cold because it's under the tree. But Leo has water in the front and in the back. Because if we don't provide Leo with water, somewhere Leo will find water in the oddest places, of course. He'll drink out of anything. When it comes to the back garden, we did come over here and weed and cleaned up a little bit, planted some more stuff. We're still working stuff into this garden. Now that same screening that I used up there on the barn, we did use it over here on the ground to cover this area up. That stuff was already planted, so we'll just work our way through it. But when I tell y'all this screening is the bomb. And company name is Reapply, RHEAPLY.com. Their impact community statement is to rehome your resources. Just because it's the end of life doesn't mean it's the end of the story. This is not a sponsored ad, but since I got those items for free, I thought I should mention them. I'd also like to thank Rocket Mortgage for supplying these items that I got for free from Reology. You guys should go into their website and register. That way, if they hit your state, your business or your nonprofit is registered with them and you can pick up items for free. Get out, Leo. I just want Cliff to see that so he'll know that you've been in his garden. He literally just jumped over the gate to go and pee in there as if all of this other grass is not good pea grass. I have no idea. The dog got problems, y'all. We came back here. We cleaned up a lot of this area. This corner over here, let me get this gate open. Come on, Leo. This corner of our yard right here has been a 2-year dumping ground. We didn't dump, the stuff was already dumped there, but we finally got over there and we got that cleaned up. It's so nice when you can get to these areas that have been like pain spots and finally get them clean. Another thing that we did was we dug over into this area here to start getting it cleaned up. I ended up moving my break room up here out of the way from in the back. We were going to set up because we were back here working over the weekend. So that area is getting clean. We even went into the trees, but as we were doing that, going into the trees and cleaning, we kind of stopped a little bit because I started to find different medicinal herbs. And so I didn't want to just knock any old thing over. Some of these things are like valuable. This is St. John's wort. That I can't remember the name of it, but it is a berry. That is actually a berry. So I didn't want to destroy too much. I wanted to make sure that I left space so that I can move these or work around them because that's St. John's wort. And that's not all we found. We found sassafras. I found bee balm. I found, what is the other one? Was it yarrow? Mullein, just a bunch of good things that I don't just want to destroy while I'm cleaning up. These are all plants that I can work into my garden as well as rework into the forest and stuff. Now, we had two major, let me flip you around. We had two major accomplishments. This one isn't a major one, but I got to show it to you because I'm here. I was able to get the so-called fencing for the don't fall in the water. Again, don't know why you would, but was able to get this part of the fencing up all the way down to the tree. I left it here because I couldn't figure out if I wanted to go over or leave it, and I had a little bit of fence left. So if I decide to go ahead and pull that out and go over, but we know we want to build this up here over this covert first. We have that. We cleaned this part of the covert. So basically we made this whole road a lot wider by just cleaning up. We have more branches that we're going to drag out and place them just to keep you on the road. Now, one of the major things that we got done this month was our goatscaping. There is a video, anything that I've done and I have videos to, I'll either link them below or subscribe so that you can catch them as I release them. Because as you can see, it was a lot of work that we were doing. But we had our goatscaping done, and this is the result. This is the final result of it. But here's an example. This is the side that the goats worked on. This is the side that the goats didn't work on. This side looked exactly like this side. And look at the difference. They have been gone. They left on Friday. Today is Thursday, so it's been almost a week. And we were up there working. We've had rain. So now we can come through here and get this stuff cleared and cleaned out. But we couldn't even see in there, and it's so hard to work with the thick brush. And we also didn't want the heavy machinery back here yet, because we wanted to see, to get a good idea of what we wanted to do. We wanted to see, basically we wanted to see first. But I am so happy because you could not see anything over here. Now you can see straight through to the other side. And again, here's what the before looked like, because this is just the other side of it. And this is what this side of the road looks like. Now, the second accomplishment that we got done this month, finally, was a property survey. Property surveys make good neighbors, not fences. My bathrooms were delivered last month. Haven't done anything with them. They're pretty much just sitting here. But again, look at all of this cleaned out area. Those goats, they did wonderful. And I can't wait until we get our goats for that very purpose. Now, we're purchasing our goats from the same people that bought their goats out here to do the work. They are Twin Willow Ranch. They're located in Milan, Michigan. So if you live in the area and you're thinking about goatscaping, give them a call. It was wonderful. It was a great experience. They were so nice. They gave us such a good education lesson, and that's why we're going back to buy goats from them. Right here, I'm going to have flowers hanging and do some solar lights on top of these posts. I'm going to get inside of here, get rid of a lot of this brush, and get those herbs that I'm finding planted over here. I'd like mint and I'd like lavender over here, so that when you're walking across this pathway, you get that smell, and hopefully they'll also work to help stop the bank area from eroding by getting a really nice something thick cover right here, and it'll just make a pretty scene. Even this alone and this cleaning up, it just makes it so much a much better walk through the bridge. I wish that we had, well, we'll probably get the goats back between the time that our goats are ready to do this kind of work, because now with the property survey, we can get this side of it and get this whole area opened up really good. I told y'all, Leo will find water anywhere. He going all the way down there. I don't know what that is you drinking, Leo. Come on. Now, the big project for this month, even though it's the 11th, while we were getting this area clean, I wanted to install one of my domes right here. One of the things that I really do want to get done is get some items out into the farm stand and keep working on the area for the goats, because the more that we can do for these goats before they come, the preventative maintenance is going to be key to us not having goats running up and down the street. I think that was my update for the month of June, and I'll be back with the July update sometime in August. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, check out all of the videos of any of the projects that we did this month as they become available or that are linked down below. Thanks for watching Fran and Officially Fran, and bye-bye for now. DIY do it yourself, we on the phone.